back to this joy being at the center of the heart of God. So the word center divides by 5. The nucleus, though. Okay, the nucleus is the center of a living cell. Okay, so the word nucleus is loaded with 5s. Nucleus. Every syllable divides by 5. Okay, go to the center. The dead center is Cl15 followed by an E, which is 5. The Nu is 35. Then the US on the end is 90. So the word nucleus. And it's just so obvious. You go to the center of the word God, the center of Jehovah. It's the O, the joy. Okay, we've seen this upteenth times now. But if you're honest with yourself, joy is at the center of you. Joy is literally at the center of the nucleus of every cell in your body. And this is why I proudly promote God food, okay? Your daily theobroma cacao consumption, because it enhances oxygen delivery to all of your billions of cells, which crave oxygen more than anything else in the universe. And you can prove this to yourself by holding your breath for 60 seconds by seeing how happy you feel. Okay? But what your daily God food does, and your regular God food does, is it increases oxygen delivery to all of your billions of cells, including the ones in your brain. It makes you feel fantastic. And it's a gift from God. Okay? Because He knows the human body better than anyone. So, back to the word nucleus. Nu, 35, followed by a Cl15. That puts 50 right at the front, which equals joy. And then it follows that up with another 45. But I love that every syllable divides by 5. Nucleus. Nucleus. So you're just like, the nucleus of God, the nucleus of you, is joy. Hallelujah. And joy is at the center of hallelujah. And it's all, and oxygen is smoking hot. Oxygen is 90, composed of pure 45s in a hopscotch pattern, and life is at the center of oxygen, okay? And God ordained oxygen to have the great O15. I could go on, but my goodness, I've had so many words from the Lord on this one, with cocoa powder, blood flow, love, joy, hemoglobin divides by 5 and is so loaded with 5s. Oxygen delivery, both words are screaming out 5s and divide by 5. I could go on. And as more scientists and more analysts actually study every single word in the scientific literature, okay, that is related to, like, seriously, go through the parts of a cell. Go through your high school textbook. I'm not joking. It's all foreordained. Go through the parts of the cell, okay? Cell equals life. It's ordained. It's just, it is ordained. And then the cell, Jesus says, I am the life. That now completes the 5 fest. The cell equals 65, okay? And you can easily find symmetrical joy in that. Pop off the CL bookends of cell, put the over top, done. Joy. Okay? It just is. It's all foreordained. And you search for all these 5s and all the letters, you'll have so many coming at you, make your head spin. Go ahead and solve all the parts of the cell all over again. The mitochondrion, like glucose units. Go ahead and open your high school grade 12 biology textbook. Go ahead, search for joy in every single part of the human cell. You won't be disappointed, okay? Cool, that's a big one though, nucleus, okay? By the way, this is so cool. The word DNA, everyone's always saying, oh, DNA, oh, DNA, oh, DNA is so cool, oh, DNA is so important, and it is. DNA is the word and, which goes to Father. It's the great 19. It's the same as the word idea. Okay, every idea comes from God the Father. Every good idea comes from God the Father. 19 parallels Father, it equals S, which is the way God ordained everything to get pluralized, so that Father gets the last letter, on trees, molecules, peoples, places, languages. +1, that famous +1 letter. +1 over the nearest multiple of 3, that points to Father. 58, okay? And my goodness. You underestimate how much God has been in control. You really do. And you underestimate how much God pre-baked into people's hearts and interests and minds, and how they just, when all the people in the history books have naturally done what they felt like doing, and so-called, and come up with the names of all this stuff, and got together in meetings, and it's all ended up in textbooks, and it's all ended up in the international scientific literature. It's God's guiding hand. over all of the letters and over all the names and over all the people that work together to write it all down, you underestimate the intelligence of God. I repeat one more time. You underestimate the intelligence and the control of God in this entire story that is playing out for his maximum satisfaction, down to the math on every letter.